Welcome to first and second hour science. Today is Wednesday, April the 8th. Today's assignment is 7.7, the life cycle of seedless vascular plants. Today's questions: how do some seedless plants reproduce asexually? What is alternation of generations? Why must non-vascular plants live in moist environments? Compare and contrast the fern, gametophyte, and sporophyte. So a while back we learned about asexuality, meaning that an organism does not need another to reproduce. Here we see one way this happens through fragmentation. Some seedless plants, like hornworts and liverworts, reproduce asexually through fragmentation. When a small plant fragment of the plant is broken off, it can form a new plant. Alternation of generation is when a plant alternates diploid cells stages, which are the two sets of chromosomes, and the haploid cell stages, which is the one set of chromosomes during their life cycles. So alternation of generations is when a plant alternates diploid cell stages and haploid cell stages during their life cycles. Like all plants, non-vasculars have an alternation of generations, which means, like I said, that they alternate between diploid cells and haploid cells. Recall the haploid stage is called gametophyte and the diploid stage is called sporophyte. The gametophyte is the green photosynthetic carpet that we would recognize as moss. The life cycle of non-vascular seedless plants can be described as: the male gametophyte produces flagellated sperm that must swim to the egg formed by the female gametophyte. For this reason, sexual reproduction must happen in the presence of water. Therefore, non-vascular plants tend to live in moist environments. This can be considered the initial step in the life cycle. Following fertilization, the sporophyte forms. The sporophyte is connected to and dependent on the gametophyte. The sporophyte produces spores that will develop into gametophytes and start the cycle over again. So here we learn why non-vascular plants need to live in moist environments if their species are going to continue. So the sporophyte stage is the longest part of the cycle, but the cycle is similar to non-vascular plants. So when we're going to compare them, we're comparing the ferns, gametophyte, and the sporophytes. For example, in ferns, the gametophyte is a tiny heart-shaped structure, while the leafy plant we recognize as a fern is the sporophyte. Look at the picture in your reading. The fern is producing spores underneath its fronds. The fern sporangia, where spores are produced, are often on the underside of the fronds or leaves. Unlike non-vascular plants, once fertilization takes place, the gametophyte dies and the sporophyte will live independently. So the caption underneath this picture here says, in ferns, the sporophyte is dominant and produces spores that germinate into heart-shaped gametophyte. In summary, in non-vascular seedless plants, gametophyte haploid stage is the longest part of the cycle. In seedless vascular plants, the sporophyte diploid stage is the longest part of the cycle. That concludes our lesson for today. Get your questions answered. I did have two announcements to make, and one is to be sure to watch your YouTube videos before you do your assignment. The YouTube videos have your explanations and directions to do your assignments. For example, before you start doing your reading and writing assignment, view the video. Before you do your math, view the video and then do your work. The same with social studies and science. The other announcement I had is that Mrs. Salazar has put a video on YouTube on a choice board. And that is for your activity time, and it gives you a choice of activities. However, if you are getting exercise at home in your own way, that is okay also, as long as you're getting that exercise. Stay healthy. Have a great day. I'm sorry that this video was late. I've had great difficulty today with my phone, which finally died. So I'm trying my computer with videos. Have a great day.